boom, day one Dubai vlog entry. Man, it is hot. It is hot, but nice. It's overcast, so overcast means that it's a little bit easier to exist. When it was sunny in Abu Dhabi, it was like, oof, man. I'm not used to that. Really gotta take your time with this. So anyone going for a long travel, I do really recommend you guys kind of chill somewhere in Greece for a bit, or maybe North Egypt, Turkey. It's a little bit more bearable there, North Turkey. But these months are the worst, people say. But right now it's bearable. Plus I had loads of watermelon, right? This is a magical cheat code. I mean, in London, if I would do like a watermelon juice fast, I'd be freezing. Like, I'd be cold. I'd be like, you know, man, like I need extra clothes. Like sometimes on certain days I would have to like wear my winter jacket when I was sleeping because I would get so cold, and on a cold day as well. It's like internally, you know, so it really cools you down magically. So I can actually be quite alright here, be quite alright in this lovely little place where we got people playing tennis and vibing. Compared to Abu Dhabi, Dubai feels pretty nice. Architecturally is different. It's funny enough, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what elements of the architecture make it more European, because it's not necessarily your typical European city, but it is not exactly like Abu Dhabi. I really enjoyed some of the architecture, but overall the vibe was nice, but a bit here is a bit more if that makes sense. To those of you who don't understand emotion, it's a little bit more jolly out here. It's a wee bit more jolly. It's a little bit more happy. And the fruit is really good. The fruit compared to Europe, right? So the fruit is much better than Europe. Way more selection, way better prices. I think at least twice as cheap for most things on average. Mangoes, watermelons, and just more selection, more ripe stuff. In London, your kind of average life of a you know, especially exotic stuff like mango it's either overripe or under, and you need to let it ripe in your house, and usually it doesn't quite get where it needs to be. So it's real pain, and it's also not everywhere. Like in London, kind of you need to be in the inner city, within Zone 3, in the areas that have a lot of like Arabic and Turkish shops, you know, those your corner shops with the stalls outside. That's where you get good quality stuff. And it's not in every area, but some areas have it in abundance, and some other areas have it in kind of scarcity. So just sharing a bit of the vibe. So yeah, quite nice to stay here. So I'll show you the building I'm staying in actually real quick. It's a decent one. I mean, they're all decent here. Is that one there? Yeah, I think it's that one there. Yeah, it's this one. If I'm right. Yeah, it's opposite the black one. The black building looks kind of boring. No balconies. Maybe it's an office. But yeah, there's that feeling of that sort of Europeanness here, and yeah, like just loads of all sorts of people. Proximity, everything's kind of close here, walking distance, again quite nice. It's just like, I guess if you live here, you kind of got what you want around this area. Just restaurants, supermarkets, on the ground floors. A lot of European brands for food that we already know. Some of the ones, some of the American ones as well. A lot of people into yoga. When I was doing my yoga upstairs, someone else was doing it. you know, people walking around with yoga mats, having American accents and all that sorts of stuff. So kind of got of that, a bit of that vibe. And it's funny because there was one point in time a couple years ago when I was like considering to work here, maybe in property, and I was having interviews with property companies and stuff, and they told me, oh yeah, by the way, Friday and Saturday are holiday, not Saturday to Sunday. And so that's how it is in Muslim countries. Friday is the day everyone goes to the mosque. I think it's recommended to fast as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But a lot of people told me that. It's recommended to fast on Friday, and then Saturday is a day off as well. And then from Sunday you go back to work. So not like completely different, but you know, slight. And they changed that to Saturday, Sunday, on a in 2021. So they made it more European. So it's becoming more and more and more European apparently, and I guess it's just gonna keep going that way. So I guess good for some of us if you want sort of that nice mix of sort of an interesting mix of Asia and Europe in a way, with some quite good infrastructure in terms of food delivery, restaurants, other services. I think just for like a hustler lifestyle, it's pretty good, because there's no minimum wage. So some of the jobs like food delivery pay a lot less, which is obviously not good for people who work there, but for those who use the service is better because it's a lot cheaper. So for people who really just want to like hustle and not even leave their house and just work on their laptop 24/7 and just get everything delivered and sorted, very possible. Plus for those who just have a lot of money and don't have time to do certain activities, again, it's just a lot, seems like it's a bit easier to sort out than other places. The heat though, how long has it been? 7 minutes I'm outside, and I'm already feeling it. And I'm going to the beach. And so for most people it's kind of like a walk between cafes where you can just get some aircon. And that's kind of the life, from aircon to aircon. But it looks nice, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really nice. It looks nice. It looks nice. And that's a really nice view on the rest of the niceness. Skyscrapers. I guess maybe some cities in America are like that, but I haven't been to States yet, so you tell me. You tell me. I keep forgetting that the drive on the right hand side here. The funny thing is, the plugs for power are British. So there is a good presence of British design here, and in fact a lot of British engineers worked on building this. A lot of specialist workers. It was very much because taxes in England are crazy, right? If you're earning 100k a year, 80k, whatever, you pay about 55% taxes. And most people in kind of middle class jobs, or specialist engineers, or people who are very specialist welders, any sort of like highly qualified job, they get that much money. And so over here, people were really happy to come and build all that because there is no tax. Just come and work and build all this beauty for us. That's kind of how it worked, and it worked out well for them. And so that's gonna be it for now, and I'll hit you up with more later. We're just gonna do this then. And actually I was thinking I should probably get a GoPro with a selfie stick. It's a bit lighter and gonna need way less battery as well, because this eats up, you know, if I do like a good amount of recording, it just eats the battery. But I'm quite happy to do this kind of shebang all the time. The problem when we travel, the roaming and the battery. So I think those Twitch streamers, they have that big setup where there's one camera facing forward and one obviously facing them, and then there's two phones, one where they can see themselves and what's going on, and one with the chat as well, so they can always complain, "Chat, why are you saying that?" and that kind of shit. So I think it can be pretty effective to kind of just like make my travels more fun. Is it a lifetime commitment that I need to do this kind of format? But I think it can be quite beneficial to do this kind of style. Just gonna make it quite fun, kind of like the life how I see it, with my face as well on it. And I mean, the life is decent, at least good. So Sunday apparently is like the busiest time, they say, in Dubai, because everyone gets a holiday, or most people at least. And they say the beach should be busy, but it doesn't look that busy. It looks pretty chill actually. And then the guy I'm staying with, he's been saying that you can leave your stuff anywhere, it doesn't matter what there is, a laptop, a phone, so that should make it quite easy for me to go for a swim without kind of asking anyone to look after my stuff. So let's hope that I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. The vibe is still not quite European though. They're selling property on the beach, that's pretty interesting. Kind of like, I wonder what kind of situation you have to be in to kind of just casually be like, okay, let me just buy a house real quick while I'm here chilling by the beach. I guess that really shows the infrastructure. We'll make a little break for now.